Happy Wednesday, everybody. I like to call it Reset Wednesday. How y'all doing today? I'm Pastor KZ with the All About Favorite channel. At the end of the video, please comment, like, and share the video with other people. Please, those who have missed the first 2 days, get on that phone, text somebody, DM somebody and let them know to come on over and scroll over to my page. They don't want to miss the topics this week. Not only this week, but other weeks, and you can binge watch some of my shows from last year and this year. My attire today is I'm representing the Chicago Bears. They upset and stomped on the Detroit Lions. That was an unexpected win. Great job for you. So my subscribers in Chi-Town, I do represent you. This is a nice t-shirt. Someone sent it to me. Thank you all so very much. Now, let's talk about food for thought. Let's get into it some more. Food for thought. I got some emails yesterday, and y'all, the emails really coming in. Thank you so much for sending it and doing this exchange with me. And as I say, I'm only scratching the surface just to get you to thinking. Now, young women, today is your day. So please listen carefully to the message, okay? And understand this. Auntie KZ or Pastor KZ, whatever you want to call me, I am not coming from a place to hurt you or to bash you or to judge you. I'm coming from a place of love. And sometimes when you come from a place of love, it sometimes means you got to tell the truth. And correction has to be made. It has to be done. We are older now. So as the scripture says in the Bible, the older women got to teach and lead the younger ones. So please don't get in your feelings and get caught up in the wrong thing. Saying, well, ain't nobody perfect. We know that. I'm sure she done made some mistakes. I sure have. I'm sure she done did some things she regret. A few, not many though. Because I listened to my elders. I believed what my grandmama say when she said, that ain't gonna work out for you, girl. You hear what I'm saying? And when my granddaddy would say it, I'll never forget. Let me deviate and give you this illustration. I love talking about my grandparents. I miss them because they were my backbone. One day I was out and my grandfather was a farmer and he used to make cane. You take cane and he would make syrup out of the cane. And sometime I'll get slick and steal a little of the cane juice and drink it. Never thought he knew I was doing it, but he knew I was doing it. So one day he said, here, I got something for you. And we was out there and he said, I want you to wash these bottles for me and I'm going to give you $5. And I'm like, $5 to wash all these bottles? I'm like, you got a whole tin tub full of bottles? He said, yeah, and there's 2 more crates over there too. I said, all of that for $5? He said, I'm going to be out here helping you. So we began to wash the bottles and sit out there. And he said, so you're drinking cane juice, huh? I saw you over there. I said, yeah, it's sweet and it's good. He said, mm-hmm. He said, you know what? Don't go and do things that you think me and your grandmama won't never know about. And he's saying anything you do, make sure you'll be able to look at yourself in the mirror when you've done it. And I said, what you mean by that? He said, well, I noticed a little boy been calling him for you. I said, yes, sir. He said, you like him? I said, I think I like him. I'm trying to find out if I like him by talking to him. And he said, mm-hmm. But know what? He's not going to be no good for you, baby. I said, why you say that? And he said, because I know his daddy. I know his granddaddy. I know his uncles. And all of them ain't nothing but woman beaters and drunks. And that boy going to be the same way when he grow up. They don't know how to respect women. And he's just like that. I said, well, he seemed nice. He said, mm-hmm. But I watched you earlier. Every time the phone rang, you jump up and run to it. And guess what? He knows you going to answer it. But he going to call here today, and you ain't going to go to the phone because you're going to be out here washing bottles with me. And now, see how he act when you see him at school tomorrow. Y'all, my granddaddy was so right. I got off that school bus with my BFFs. God rest their soul. Trish Ann, Jean and Jackie. We were the four musketeers, and they all have gone on to be with the Lord. And we get off the school bus, and he walks up to me yelling and screaming in a rage, telling me I better answer the phone. Just went mad. So long story short, when I got back home, my grandfather was waiting, and he said, "So how'd it go today?" I said, "Oh, school was good." He said, "That ain't what I'm talking about." And I said, "You was right." He was mad. He was yelling at me and cursing. He said, "I told you, the apple don't fall from the tree, baby." He said, "I told you that." Simply because, yes, people can change and people can break the cycle of the generational curse, but it ain't been broken in that family yet, baby. And you know what, y'all? To this day, I saw him when I went back home to, I think it was one of my aunt's funeral. And that was like in 1993. And you know what, y'all? He all broke down. He's an alcoholic. He's everything my grandfather said. Everything he said. So sometimes it pays to listen, not only just to older women, but sometimes listen to your daddy, listen to your grandfather, and your grandfather can give you some good advice. I hear you already. I hear you in the back saying, "My daddy ain't in my life. My granddaddy ain't in my life. He can't tell me nothing. I saw my granddaddy the other day on the corner." See, just how you put that out there, I can tell you angry about something with them men. But we're going to go on, because I'm going to address that. I'm going to dress you down, young ladies, maybe tomorrow or Friday. You're going to get a dressing down about your behavior. Now, let me say this, and especially women who go to church. You know what? One thing you are very good at is being phony. The church women mad at me now. How you gonna say that and you supposed to be a pastor? I don't supposed to be. I am. I'm saying some church women are very good at being phony. How is that? Because you know how to put the best on the outside, and on the inside you falling apart. You know how to go in there and pretend and act like everything is okay when it's not okay. That is what I mean. You know what? And no judgment zone. This is a judgment-free zone. I just speak the truth and just give you some opinions and some inspiration and some things that you want me to talk about. But you know what? As women, we have got to do better. We have got to do better. You know, and especially you younger women, you are too flippant with your speech, with your mouth. You're disrespectful, not just to your elders, but you disrespect yourself because you feel like you can say anything and do anything, and there are no repercussions or consequences to your actions. How in the world do you know more about life than your mama? How you know more about life than your grandmother? Yeah, you might know about the street life. That ain't what we talking about. Let me go a little bit further with this. You know what? These women who you're being disrespectful to, ungrateful, you don't show appreciation to, you know what? Your mama, your grandmama, your aunties, your godmothers, these women have helped carry you. From the womb to once you exited the womb, there have been a village of women helping carry you. These women put food in your mouth, put clothes on your back, help keep a roof over your head, and some of these women had to do it without a man. See, sometimes the village or the women were pulling together. And I know some of you saying, I ain't come from no village in no Africa. I ain't lived in no village. You missing the point. The village I am speaking of is but a metaphor. Village, the women that surrounded you. The women in your life, your grandmothers, your mothers, your aunties, your godmothers, your female cousins, Miss Mary down the street, Miss Alice crossed the street. Miss Gerline that lived behind you, the village of women who had your back, who looked out for you. Sometimes you didn't even know. Mama could barely pay the rent and there was not much left over, but Miss Alice over there brought some groceries over there out of her refrigerator. Miss Mary over there across the street had baked a couple of extra cakes and brought over there so you would have dessert. Miss Gerline in the back of you, she had some clothes that her daughters outgrew and they were still in good shape. Blessed your mama with them. That's what I'm talking about, the village. These women looked out for you when your mama was going to her second job or had to run over and get up, try to beg your daddy for a piece of money, but the lady across the street watched the house. Grandma, granny, a mud deal watched the house. Somebody that hit somebody. So there was a village of women sometime had to help you get your class ring, had to help you get your gown for graduation, had to make sure that you was coming inside the house when you should have been in the house when your mama was going to work. Them women, the village of women, watched the house to make sure that you didn't come up and 9 months later we have something small. Y'all get what I just said? So again, little girl, get out your toolbox, your ability, and your weapon to be quiet. Shut your mouth and listen and learn something. You know what? You got to understand, sometimes it takes a village of women to help motivate, to help encourage you. I know I am so grateful for the village of women that poured into me, that prayed over me, that prayed for me when I went off to college. And you know what? Until we get it, that sometimes it's okay to be quiet, listen, and learn. Before I end this, I want to pause this real quick, and I need to just recognize and shout out my village. And some of the members of my village have already transitioned and gone on to be with the Lord, but nevertheless, I speak their name right now. ML, I speak your name. Pearlie Mae, I speak your name. Lenora, Claritha, Aline, Geneva, Ella Mae, I speak your name. Retha Bell, I speak your name. Miss Fanny, I speak your name. Miss Gussie Mae, I speak your name. Miss Mildred, I speak your name. Miss Eloise, Miss Minnie, Miss Julia Mae, I speak your name. I speak your name, Miss Lizzie. I speak your name, Grandma Jenny. I speak these women names. Not only that, but I speak Miss Simmons, Miss Johnson, Missionary Jordan, Missionary Stroud, Evangelist Talbert. I speak these women name. I speak your name to my cousins Jeanette, my cousin Evelyn, my cousin Moselle. I speak your name, my cousin Donna. I speak the names of the sorrows of Delta Sigma Theta Incorporated. I speak the names of the women of the Church of God in Christ, all of the Missionary Baptist Church. I speak your names because you were my village, and those of you who are still on this side continue to be my village. I receive the wisdom that you give out to me, even to this day. I have aunts that are still alive, 3 to be exact, and I received when they tell me something. I had a conversation with one the other day, and I received what she was giving out. I shut my mouth and I say, Auntie, you right. You know, we never get too old to learn. And that's all I'm saying. I may speak a little harsh with you young ladies, but it's to get your attention so I won't lose you. We don't want to lose you. We want you to continue to be queens, to evolve like a caterpillar and become a butterfly. You're a princess right now, but we're looking for you to become queens because you are going to succeed us. You're going to take our place. So as much knowledge and wisdom that we're giving to you and offering to you, that is our way of leaving a legacy. And one day you will have this same conversation with your son or your daughter or your niece. You will say, Auntie KZ said this. Granny told me that. So just remember that. And to my sisters, you all, I am so blessed to have the sisters that I have. And I'm going to speak all of your name. Aquan, Patricia, Trencia, Mary, Henrietta, Daphne, Linnell, Janice, Sonia, Skyra, I speak y'all name. Annette, Sylvia, Leela, I speak y'all name. To my nieces out there, and I have so many nieces, y'all, I can't name them all, but to my nieces and to my little goddaughters, some are grown, I still speak your name. So I'm speaking to you today, Kiara, Tynesha, Mika, Harley, Kayla, I speak y'all name. You are my daughters. I love you, and please just open up your hearts and mind and be grateful for the wisdom that we, the adults, the grown, the older women, that we trying to give you. It's out of love. It's not to tear you down. It's not to bring you to a place of shame or blame. It's to help you. To my sisters out there, my God sisters, Danita, Sabrina, I speak y'all's name. You all have a wonderful day. Be blessed. I love my village. The names, and I'm sure I've forgotten some, but it doesn't mean I don't love you and I don't appreciate you being there for me. So I just wanted to mention my village. Maybe some of you today can take out your pencil and your tablet and you write down some people in your village. And to a few of my nieces in particular, I just want to shout you out. LaShonda and Quandis, I just want to shout you all out. Brianna, I want to say I am so proud of you. You all keep up the good work. I love you all. And you know what? To those of you who are watching, my subscribers, I embrace you with love. Take everything and use it and put it in your tool belt. Y'all get yourself focused. Find your balance. Love yourself. You got to love yourself first before you know how to love anybody else. You don't have to be insecure. You don't have to be jealous. You don't have to be an angry, broken woman. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you tomorrow.